The countdown is underway for a special election here in Central Arkansas. You may remember our reporting on House District 70, which represents parts of Sherwood and North Little Rock. The race to fill the vacant seat follows legal challenges over the election timeline and will determine who represents the district at the state capitol. THV 11's Maya Ellison walks us through the timeline and what voters should know ahead of Election Day.
Next week, voters in North Little Rock and Sherwood will head to the polls as early voting begins for the special Democratic primary election for State Representative District 70. The House seat has remained vacant since former Representative Carlton Wing stepped down on September 30th. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders initially scheduled the election for next summer, a timeline that would have left the district without representation through the legislative fiscal session in April. That decision sparked criticism and legal action from the Arkansas Democratic Party.
What is the purpose why we would wait and deny representation?
The Arkansas Supreme Court ultimately denied the governor's appeal in the case. In a statement provided to THV 11, a spokesperson for Secretary of State Cole Jester's office confirmed early voting for the special primary begins December 30th, followed by the special primary election on January 6th. The winners will advance to a special general election scheduled for March 3rd with early voting on February 16th. In an updated statement, Democratic Party Chairman Marcus Jones says the party was proud of the court ruling and noted the district was decided by fewer than 300 votes in the last election.
This is the one time that we can all give our own opinion. It gives us the right to choose who we want to choose.
On the ballot, Democratic candidates Cordelia Smith Johnson and Alex Holliday, who will face Republican Bo Renshaw in the general election. Holliday, a longtime North Little Rock resident, says voters he's spoken with are focused on local issues.
What I've heard thus far, people want better schools. They want better funding for our schools, public and private. They want safer streets, and they also want better healthcare outcomes.
Now, we reached out to Smith Johnson and Renshaw, but did not receive responses before deadline. Now, voters in this district say it's much more than politics. One woman explained to me that it's about representation. And for District 70, they've gone without it for more than 60 days. With this special election, though, it'll determine who is to come in and make some of these pretty big decisions.
We're the constituents, and we really want our leaders to listen to all of us as well.
The winner of next week's Democratic primary will advance to the general election against Renshaw, a race that will determine who represents more than 50,000 residents in Sherwood and North Little Rock ahead of the next legislative session. In North Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Thank you, Maya. In a statement, Governor Sanders said she disagrees with the court's ruling on the election timeline, but will comply while appealing the decision. We also reached out to the Republican Party of Arkansas for comment, but did not hear back before airtime. And officials in District 26 are also gearing up for a special election. That district is in northwest Arkansas's Sebastian County and looks to fill the state Senate seat left vacant by the death of Gary Stubblefield. Yesterday, officials conducted logistical and accuracy tests for the voting machines that will be used. But before then, they say it's important for you to come to a decision on who you want to vote for.
I think it's important that you come prepared with who you want to select, because a lot of people come to our voting centers expecting for our personnel to give them an idea of who to pick. So I suggest, checking out the candidates and seeing what they stand for and just having your decision made before you get there.
There are 5 candidates on the ballot. All 5 are running as Republican. We'll break it all down tonight at 10. That special election is 2 weeks from today.